Hi YouTube, this is my video recording the things that I've used up in November, so a few days late, and I put them in this Harvey Nichols bag, which looks very exciting as I use things up in the bathroom, but it isn't really. The first thing that I used up last month was something I took on holiday with me in October, and it was actually a free gift that I had from Space NK when I bought some products there, I think in the spring. And it's by a shop called Rituals. I know there's one at St Pancras that's freestanding, but I think they're in several department stores throughout the country as well. And they kind of specialise in things with an Eastern theme, so they're all kind of geared up to relaxation and meditation and Eastern ingredients. So this was a Tai Chi, white lotus and green tea foaming shower gel. And the interesting thing about this really was its consistency. It comes in a sort of aerosol, which I quite like because it's nice and hygienic and light. And when you spray it, it comes out as a very sort of thick, viscous liquid. But the minute you put any moisture on it, any water, it really, really foams up, I guess like a shaving cream. It had quite a pleasant smell. I suppose, yeah, I'm not sure I know what white lotus smells like, but I could definitely tell the kind of tea undernote, and it was quite a refreshing fragrance, really better for the summer. I wished I'd had it when I went on holiday to the Middle East earlier in the year. It wasn't quite as suitable really for a couple of transatlantics in the winter, but I did like the product. I know I wouldn't buy it for myself, but it was a nice free gift to have, and particularly if you like that scent. The texture is very nice, quite interesting. Then much cheaper, part of the Body Shop range, and I got this reduced, you can see, from £4 to £2, along with several others in the sale earlier this year. Their bath and shower gel, which is green apple. I like apple fragrances, like fruity fragrances, as I think you probably know by now if you've seen any of my videos, especially my candle ones. This is, just a cheap bath and shower gel. It gives good bubbles. Body Shop products are pretty reliable. I don't like a lot of the fragrances, but this one's quite nice. It's not my favourite. I like the pink grapefruit best, and that's probably the one I would buy. So would I buy this again? I would if it was reduced to £2, because it's, a pretty good bargain for that. But, maybe not if it was full price, even though full price isn't that expensive in the Body Shop. And then these seem to be all bath and body products really that I'm showing you this month. These were kind of more sample sizes that I got in America. I'm not putting those very well in focus. This is part of the Bath and Body Works aromatherapy range, and it's the one that they gear towards sleep, lavender vanilla. I really like this fragrance. I've had it in the candles, which I've vlogged about on here, and I bought this along with the body lotion and other scents in the range as well, but I think this is my favourite. I really like lavender, but only if it's not too synthetic smelling and not too herbal, and this one isn't because of the vanilla. It doesn't smell like vanilla per se, but I think the vanilla just sweetens the lavender smell. So I really like that, and it certainly is a very relaxing fragrance. So would I buy it again? Yeah, I would. A bit difficult over here in the UK, but if they still have it next year when I go on my next trip to New York, I would certainly stock up. And they're reasonably priced as well. And then this I got in one of the Whole Foods stores. I can't remember which one of the really big ones on Columbus. Circle Market. And this was Mandarin Vanilla by Andalou Naturals. I'm just looking, yeah, they're Californian, made in California anyway. And I liked this. Again, vanilla was just kind of sweetening the mandarin. Mandarin citrus fragrances would be my favourite. I'm not usually very keen on lemon, but I love lime, love orange, mandarin, all those. And this was very nice. So this little sample size was nearly $3. So it's not super cheap, but not too expensive. And I did like it. I'm not sure I'll get the chance to buy it again, but definitely kind of look out for those fragrances. So far I'm showing you things that I liked, but there were some things that didn't work for me at all. I went to Lush when I was in New York and bought quite a few things, most of which I liked. This I was given as a free sample, and it's their Trichomania shampoo. And I've always been a bit dubious about shampoos that come in a block, which is what they sell. But the girl said, it was, fantastic, wonderful, and I should try it. Well, I had a piece about twice the size of this. The smell is really nice. Sort of creamy coconut, which I quite like. But honestly, the consistency is just awful. I mean, you can see when it's dry, it's this kind of grainy, waxy bar. But it really doesn't soap up when you add water. So you're kind of breaking it off, crumbling it up as much as you can in your hands to get it moving. And I was trying to foam it up, just doesn't foam. So it goes onto your scalp and it's kind of still a bit gritty, really difficult to work in. And I ended up feeling my hair was really not very clean afterwards, partly because I just couldn't bear to do 2 shampoos. It was such hard work doing one and then kind of showering the grit really rather than foam or lather out of my hair. So I don't know, maybe it works better on short hair, but I just don't see it really, and I don't see what the benefit is. So I didn't even, although it's a free sample, want to use up the rest of it, and I would not recommend that product. Equally, they also gifted me, and I don't even know if we can get this over here at Lush. It's called American Creme Conditioner, which they raved about as a fantastic product. Now, I did use this up, and it was perfectly okay. I'm not that keen on the scent, which didn't smell particularly creamy to me. It's just quite a heavy perfumed fragrance. It was quite a watery rather than thick conditioner, and I didn't feel it conditioned my hair particularly. I'd really compare it more to a cream rinse, whereas I like a slightly thicker conditioner for my dry hair. So it wasn't really for me, and I certainly wouldn't recommend it, although they swore it was an extremely popular product with their customers. So there we go. And then another disappointment was one of those products that used to be cult years ago. I can remember reading how, models really liked using Kiehls Creme Decor. Now, this is quite a few years ago. And this is an old sample size that I had bought from Bloomingdale's, would you believe? And for some reason I hadn't used it. So I took this on holiday with me. And it is a very thick, moisturising, more cream than lotion. And that's part of the problem. It's extremely difficult to get out of the bottle. It's squeezing like mad. You get the tiniest glob. And I found it really difficult to use up the end of the product. So I know I go on about packaging, and I generally don't like jars. I prefer bottles or, better yet, tubes. And I don't see why this couldn't have been put in a tube, to be honest. And then it would be much easier to squeeze out than in a bottle. But if it, couldn't do that, given it presumably doesn't spoil in the same way that active ingredients do, then a jar would have been better. The other thing is the yellow colour really translates on the skin. So it does give you quite a nice colour to your skin, but it then comes off on your clothes and they look a bit yellow. So it really didn't do it for me. I'm surprised it's so popular. But there we go. That's basically all I used up, apart from a little perfume sample, Tom Ford Azure Lime. Very nice, but not really worth the exorbitant price. So I won't be going for that again. There are other fruity colognes out there that I prefer that are cheaper. That was what I used in November, and the next one will be at the end of December or in the new year. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Bye for now.